Dear friends, welcome to Bond with Arctic Chemistry YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain the third correlative property, that is depression of freezing point. And also, I will explain the derivation of relation between depression of freezing point and molecular weight of solute. Freezing point, this is the temperature at which liquid becomes a solid. At freezing point, there is equilibrium between liquid and solid. The chemical potential of a liquid is equal to the chemical potential of solid at freezing point. We know that when you add non-volatile solutes to the solvent, there is a lowering of vapor pressure. And also there is a lowering of a freezing point when there is addition of non-volatile solutes to the solvent. Why there is a depression of freezing point when you add non-volatile solutes to the solvent? For better understanding, I am taking ice and sodium chloride. We know that the liquid freezes into solid when there is a decrease in temperature. Suppose if you take water, when you decrease temperature of water, there is a freezing of water into ice. When there is a decrease in temperature, there is a decrease in intermolecular distances and increase in intermolecular forces. In case of water, when there is a decrease in temperature, there is an increase in strength of hydrogen bonding. But when you add the non-volatile solute, let's take sodium chloride to the ice. This is the ice. When you add the non-volatile solute, that is sodium chloride, to the ice, at 0 degrees centigrade, you cannot find the resultant in solid state. You can find some liquid state. It is due to there is a weakening of intermolecular forces between water molecules due to interference of Na plus and Cl minus ions which are present in the salt. It means when you add a non-volatile solute such as sodium chloride, there is a weakening of intermolecular forces due to interference of sodium plus and Cl minus ions. So at 0 degrees centigrade, it is in a liquid state. To convert it into solid, you have to decrease the temperature of the resultant solution. So the solution has a less freezing point when compared with the pure solvent, that is water. So the difference in freezing point of pure solvent, that is TF naught, and the freezing point of solution TF is known as depression of freezing point. It is indicated with delta TF is equal to TF naught minus TF. Derivation of relation between the molecular weight of solute and depression of freezing point. For this, we have to take vapor pressure curves. In vapor pressure curves, on y-axis you have vapor pressure, on x-axis you have temperature. These are the vapor pressure curves of solvent, solution 1 and solution 2. For dilute solutions, the curve AB and the curve DF and the curve CE are parallel and also straight. This is valid for dilute solutions. Here the point B, this one, indicates the freezing point of the pure solvent. Here the vapor pressure of the pure solvent decreases with temperature, and after reaching a freezing point there is a sudden decrease in the vapor pressure. For solution, here also there is a decrease in vapor pressure of the solution as the temperature decreases. After reaching freezing point T1, the vapor pressure of the solution will be equal to pure solvent. For solution 2 also there is a decrease in vapor pressure of this solution 2 with a decrease in temperature. After reaching T2, that is freezing point, the vapor pressure of the solution will be equal to the vapor pressure of the solvent. Here at Tf, the vapor pressure of the solvent is P. At T1, the vapor pressure of the solution 1 is P1. At T2, the vapor pressure of the solution 2 is T2. Here you can observe two triangles, that is BDF and BEC. These are the two triangles these two triangles are similar triangles. Since the corresponding angles are congruent and the corresponding sides are in proportion, these two triangles BDF and BEC are similar triangles. In case of similar triangles, the ratio of corresponding sides are equal. It means BD by BE, this is BD by BE is equal to BF by BC. So here BF, this is the difference between TF naught and T1, and the BC is the difference between TF naught and T2. BD is the difference between P and T1. BE is the difference between the P2 and P. So from this graph, BF by BC is equal to TF naught minus T1 by TF naught minus T2. BD by BE is equal to PA naught minus P1 by PA naught minus P2. So from this, you can from this equation we can say delta T1, that is depression in freezing point, depression of freezing point of first solution divided by delta T2, depression of freezing point of second solution, is equal to delta P1 by delta P2. That is logging of vapor pressure of first solution divided by logging of vapor pressure of second solution. From this equation, you can say delta T is directly proportional to delta P, means the depression of freezing point is directly proportional to logging of vapor pressure. So you can write delta TF is directly proportional to logging of vapor pressure, that is PA naught minus PS. Here for a particular solvent, PA naught is constant. For pure solvent, PA naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. For a particular solvent, PA naught is constant. So this equation can be written as delta TF is directly proportional to PA naught minus PS by PA naught. This term is relative logging of vapor pressure. From Raoult's law, the relative logging of vapor pressure is equal to WB by MB into MA by WA. So from this equation, from first equation and second equation, delta TF is directly proportional to WB into MA by MB into WA. Here MA, this one is the molecular weight of solvent. A particular solvent MA is also constant. So delta TF is directly proportional to WB by MB into WA. Here the proportionality constant is Kf. This is the proportionality constant. So the equation will be delta TF is equal to Kf into WB by MB into WA. When you take 1 mole of solute, that is WB by MB is equal to 1, and the 1 kg of solvent, WA is equal to 1 kg, then delta TF is equal to Kf into 1 into 1, so delta TF is equal to Kf. Here, Kf is the freezing point constant or cryoscopic constant or molar depression constant. It can be defined as this is a freezing point depression. This is a freezing point depression produced when 1 mole of solute is dissolved in 1 kg solvent. Then the equation, suppose when you take WA in grams, in earlier equation WA is in kilograms. When you convert it into grams, then in place of WA, you have to take WA by 1000. So the equation will be delta TF is equal to KF into WB by MB into 1000 by WA. We know that this is the formula of molality. This is the molality of the solution. Molality of the solution means the number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 kg solvent. So the equation will be delta Kf is equal to Kf into m. Here Kf is the cryoscopic constant or molar depression constant, and m is the molality. And you can calculate the molecular weight of the solute by using this equation. Suppose when you bring this term this side and the delta Tf this side, then the equation will be Mb is equal to Kf into Wb by delta Tb into delta Tf into 1000 by Wj. So from this equation you can calculate molecular weight of the solute. When you substitute Kf, Wb, delta Tf and Wj, you can easily get the Mb value. Kf, the expression for the Kf can be obtained from thermodynamics. The Kf is equal to RTF square by 1000 lb. The units of Kf, this is the relation delta Tf is equal to Kf into m. So Kf is equal to delta Tf by m. So the units of Kf will be delta Tf, that is Kelvin, divided by molality. Molality means number of moles per kg, so it will be kg mole inverse. For water, the Kf value is 1.86 Kelvin kg mole inverse. In this expression, R is gas constant, Tf is the freezing point of the pure solvent, and Lv is the molar latent heat of fusion. This is about depression of freezing point. In coming video, I will explain the determination of freezing point. Thank you. Thank you.